All right. Back to our scheduled programming here, though. That's a good segue into our next module. So our next module here is, drum roll please, Walmart. So Walmart's a little different than any of our other modules because they have Walmart Plus. So for most Walmart drops that are scheduled, you will not use this monitor tab. This will be non-existent. You just put an X on here and it doesn't exist. But when you're running 24/7 for like PS4s or whatever you're running for, then you'd use monitors. So what you'd go ahead for Walmart is you would select your mode, SKU or offer ID. You can do whichever mode you want. SKU is pretty self-explanatory. You put in your delay, your proxy list. Your CAPTCHA type is hold CAPTCHA unless you want to use your CAPTCHAs. We recommend just doing hold CAPTCHA though. And the amount of monitors you want to create, your SKU, and the zip code. The zip code is for, it to check in for stock in your area. And you can do allow third party if you want. Advanced settings, if you want to mess with those, these are all the same for every monitor. Start task amounts, start task delay, and cooldown. I don't mess with these anymore. I just let them, do its own thing. But those who want to get the nitpicky and really, hone in on their setups, you might want to mess with that. But I'm not going to mess with that today. And then you have offer ID, which is the same exact thing, except it has the offer ID and there's no zip code. So yeah, that's for creating monitors on Walmart. It burns. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Whenever possible, you'll want to use the offer ID because it's much faster than SKU for Walmart.
Yeah, that's what any website though. That's with Amazon,
Yep.
Walmart. Offer ID is always a faster way to check out. So just keep that in mind. If you have access to the offer ID, definitely use the offer ID. So now we're going to go ahead and create a task. And for your task, you have pickup mode, you have account mode, fast, guest, account 2. So just forget everything I just said, and nothing here works right now except account mode. So this is the only mode you'd use is account mode. I believe pickup mode works too, but we don't really use pickup mode because there hasn't been any pickup drops. So account mode is what you'll run for all your Walmart tasks, because I believe fast does not work. They've clipped the method for fast.
Only for consoles, but for
only for consoles.
low-key items, you'll want to use fast, like it cooks.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was referring mainly to consoles because that's what people are probably wanting to refer to first.
Yeah.
But yes, outside of console cookings, you will do fast mode. So fast mode when you're not cooking PS5s or Xboxes. Account mode if you're cooking PS5s and Xboxes. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So for account, you'd select an account if you have one preloaded in there, or you can generate just by leaving it blank. Select your profiles. I don't know if I should select all these profiles here. Let me see. I don't have any prefixes set, do I? I don't even think any of these are Walmart profiles, but whatever, we'll use one. Your proxy list. Actually, no, this is not going to work because it needs to be a Gmail. So if you're doing generated accounts, you need to have a Gmail or your catch-all. So what I mean by that, I'm actually going to pull up my profiles here so that you can see, but I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to do it in a second. So what you'll go ahead and do is you'll create a profile. And when you create your profile in the email list, if you're using a catch-all, you'll do the @catch-all. Whatever your catch-all is, replace catch-all with whatever it is your domain is at catchall.com. That's what your email is if you're using a catch-all. If you're using a Gmail, it'll just be john@gmail.com, whatever your Gmail is, and you put it in like that. The Walmart generator does not work for anything besides Gmail catch-alls and catch-alls. So just keep that in mind. Back to this. All right. So we'll go back to Walmart. We'll create our task. We'll choose account mode. We're going to leave this blank because we're going to generate. For delays, we recommend starting with lower delays if it's a queue, and then raising your delays if queue is actually present, which for every console drop, it's been that way. Monday's console drop, it will more than likely be that way. So keep that in mind. So just start off with like 3K delays or whatever, right? And then we'll go ahead and choose our profile. Choose our proxy list, the proxies that don't work. amount of tasks we want to create. You can create multiple tasks, but we recommend, based on the last Walmart drop, do not create more than 1 task per account, because you'll just get hit with one SKU per account. You'll get hit with infinite queue otherwise. Some people may be able to check out. Some people may be able to check out, but it's very few. And a majority of you would just be stuck in infinite queue, and then you'll be opening tickets asking why. So avoid that by 1-to-1, right? Okay.
Yeah. Last 2 drops, I ran 3 SKUs and it did not work out. So
nope. 0 checkouts. 0 checkouts. 0
Big flop.
checkouts.
I'm glad we told people the opposite.
Yep. 0 checkouts. 0 checkouts. But that's why we do these things. We experiment so you don't have to, but you still should experiment. So you'll choose hold captcha for your captcha type, quantity 1, pause after registration login, stop after success, ignore monitor. You'd put in the offer ID, which I can grab. So I'm going to put in the disk, offer ID, and submit and close. As you can see, I have it stopped here. I'm going to pull up my log files just so you can see. Gonna press play. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this. If you have this button checked, it will attempt to purchase Walmart Plus. So do not check this button unless you want it to purchase Walmart Plus.
Well, you're gonna have to for Monday.
You're gonna have to, but some people may already have it purchased. But if you already have it purchased and it's not canceled, it won't try to purchase it again. So just keep that in mind. Don't check this unless you want to purchase Walmart Plus on the account.
I think Cryptex said it might uncancel if you leave that checked, so don't check it unless you need to.
Exact. Yep, there you go. So we're going to go ahead and start the task. It says starting, account starting, registering. Kidding. It actually went through. As you can see, it's going through the entire thing. It should pass PX, but it's just, we got to put the disclaimer out there, drama builds tension, and tension drives the world. But as you can see, it blew right through PX, so there you go.
Yay.
Oh, there you go. It went through. So as you can see, it says paused when it's completed. And all you have to do is press play, and it'll start fetching the product info. And as you can see, there's no queue detected, so it's not going to do anything. And yeah, that's it. That's Walmart in a nutshell. When you edit to 5555, you restart all tasks? No. So actually, I'll play that. And as you can see, it doesn't want to start now. Okay, adding the cart. Yeah, it's not adding anything to the cart. Anyway, so I can change my delays, and it'll just change the delays overall. But yeah, as you can see,
your proxies too.
Yeah, you can change your proxies. No problem. You don't have to restart anything. When should you press play after it's paused? Usually about 3 to 5 minutes before the drop. We'll usually ping you guys and let you know, like, hey guys, get on it. So just keep in mind. Just pay attention to our announcements. Why is that CLI mode popping up? It is the real-time logs that I use to ensure that I am doing things properly.
You can grab that for yourself in the changelog download channel.
There you go. So you recommend hold captcha? Yes, that is what we recommend. That is our captcha doing its thing and not using your own personal. But you can run a mixture. You start all tasks 30 minutes before, so they'll be ready. Then start 2 minutes before drop. Yep, that's correct. So we will ping you guys on when you should start your tasks initially with the pause registration login checked, right? We'll tell you, hey guys, start logging into your accounts, start getting everything generated, whatever it is, and have your accounts unpaused. Because what happens is when PX gets super high, registration is almost impossible. When do you up the delay? You up the delay as soon as you see the tasks start going into queue. So as soon as they hit into the queue, then you'll up your delay so that you don't burn your proxies as fast.